Hey everybody, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I haven't been active on here for the longest time. It's been a month and a bit since I posted my last video. Leaving Cert life is very busy and hectic, and I kind of underestimated how busy it was going to be. And I thought I'd be able to get uploads done, but I ended up not being able to. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filming a how I'm feeling about the Leaving Cert in April of 2019. So how I'm feeling about it and all of that. I do have my phone, sorry I just got a text. I do have my phone and a couple of notes there because I get a bit sidetracked and all of that. So I'm just going to go right into the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers again, it means the absolute world to me. And yeah, subscribe if you want to. So let's get right into the video. At the beginning of the year, when I finished 5th year, I was like, shit, the Leaving Cert is coming around the corner, I am terrified. And that summer it was always at the back of my mind, I was worried and all of that. But then when I got into school in September, I realised, I'm not excited about this. Obviously, I was very scared and I was just afraid of not doing enough. I find school very difficult as it is, and I was afraid that, sorry, someone keeps texting me, I'm just going to put this on mute. I was afraid that I wouldn't do well and all of that stuff, and it just wasn't the best feeling. So I did find it very difficult at the beginning because September I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was doing my homework and I was kind of reading over the chapters we were doing in class, but I wasn't studying. I don't think I properly started studying until Christmas or just before Christmas. Actually, do you know when? I first started studying for the Christmas exams, which we had on the 5th of November. I don't know why I can remember that, but I can. That's when I started studying, and around before those exams and all of that. So that's when I started studying. Before then I had no idea what I was doing, and I was just kind of there for just nothing really, just kind of getting used to trying to sort myself out and all of that. So yeah, I started studying in November. I did okay in my Christmas test. I actually I passed everything. I don't think I failed anything except maths, which isn't a surprise, but and yeah, so I did fine. And I was, at that point I started to get more confident because I was putting in more effort, and I was like, look, this is my last year. I haven't done 6 years of school for 6 years of secondary school for nothing. Just let it go now, and I'm going to give it my absolute everything. So that was that. I just want to refer back to my junior cert. I was more nervous about my junior cert than I am for my Leaving Cert, and that is literally the truth, because when in September of 3rd year, which was 2015/2016, I was like bawling my eyes out. I was terrified, and obviously I hadn't set a state exam, so I had no idea what I was doing or what was going on in that retrospect. So I was really nervous. I was nervous the whole year, and as a result my mental health went to absolute shit. It went so bad, and I didn't do a tap. But I did study in 3rd year, but it wasn't as much, and we had 12 subjects and it just didn't go well. I passed everything in my junior cert. I actually have a junior cert video vlog if you want to see that. I'll link it up here or down in the description box if you want to see that. But it actually went fine, and at the end of the day the junior cert was nothing to worry about. But I'm not here to talk about the junior cert, I'm here to talk about the Leaving Cert. So yes, the year has gone so fast. Literally everybody that I was talking to before I started my Leaving Cert was like, it's going to go so fast, you're not even going to feel it, and you'll have your mocks and all of that. And I was like, oh, shut up, I didn't even listen. Like, I was like, no, you don't know how it feels. It's not going to go fast. It went really fast. After Christmas, it has just gone so fast. We had our mocks then in February, and they actually went okay. I actually did pretty well in those, as well as I could have, considering. I didn't fail anything. Actually, I didn't fail anything. So I'm happy with that. And I found the mocks to be, I was quite chilled for the mocks. I just wanted them to be over at that point. I just wanted to get them out of the way, and they were actually fine. So, and they did show me where I needed to improve on in what subject. So for example, in biology I need to do more exam questions because biology is hard. Fun fact, if you're thinking about picking it. I mean, obviously if you're a sciencey person, that's great. I'm not. So yeah, but it showed me in a lot of subjects where I needed to brush up on and all of that. And it kind of prepares you for the real thing, I hope. But also I did mock orals as well. The mock orals were brilliant. So if your school is offering to do mock orals, do them. They will help so much, because in my read oral then I wasn't as nervous as I would have been. So then the orals came around very quickly. So I had my orals in March last month, and March for my French oral and the 1st of April for my Irish oral. My French oral, I do ordinary level, both Irish and French. I'm not really good at school at all, so don't judge me, okay. And it was fine. I actually really like French, and I did good in my mock oral. I got 64%, and then in my read oral it didn't go as well as I would have liked to, unfortunately. I was really nervous, and I had an external examiner, which kind of put me off guard a little bit, because I have anxiety and I find it hard to talk to one person and a recorder, let alone two people and a recorder. So it was very difficult, and I messed up a good bit. But do you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and I hope I gave it the best that I could have, but I was very upset after that, if I'm being honest. Irish wasn't too bad then. I was nervous, really nervous actually, because I'm not very good at Irish. I got the short picture that I wanted, or one of the best ones I probably could have gotten, but in saying that I still didn't do as well as I could have. But I'm just happy that with Irish it went well, I think. Well for my standard is what I mean when I say that. This year has been very difficult in the terms of that it's just coming so fast, and I feel like I'm so unprepared, considering now that there is like 6 weeks to the Leaving Cert. I am doing study for Easter, and I'm getting a good bit done, so I just hope that that will help me and all of that. And yeah, I've had a tough year. It's been tough, and there's been times that, or there still are times that I feel like I'm not good enough for a certain subject, and I get a bit freaked out about it, and I panic. But it's just about doing the best that you can, and I have to remind myself of that. It's just being bad at school is really hard, because you compare yourself to the smartest people in the class, and you're like, why can't I just be like them? Because these people are going to get into college and they'll have a great life. And that's kind of what I think. I was like, why can't I have that? And I think it's so unfair that it's like that. It's so unfair, but I think you just have to do the best that you can. There's different things for everybody and different opportunities, and we're all good at different things. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself to do better, and it's just stressful. I just can't wait till the 12th of June comes and I am finito. I've found studying throughout the year to be quite difficult. For my junior cert, I didn't study as much at all. Like I didn't, but for my Leaving Cert I've been trying a lot, and I'm doing the best that I can. I just hope that it'll pay off. I just find studying really hard because I get distracted easily, and I just have the brain of like a goldfish. Is that the saying? I'm not sure, but my brain just goes mush and I just can't remember things. But yeah. So I am quite relaxed about the Leaving Cert coming. I'll just move closer. I am quite relaxed about the Leaving Cert coming. Like I said, I was more nervous about the junior cert than I am the Leaving Cert, as in like I'm quite calm and collected, which is really unlike me. I don't know if that's because I'm in denial or if that's just because I'm just accepting the fact that it's coming. I'm not sure. But I am definitely more relaxed. However, there are times that I'll get a moment of like absolute, like just a brief moment, I'm like, oh my god, it's so soon. So it's just kind of dealing with that anxiety around that. But it is coming very quickly, and I'm a little bit scared about it. But at the same time, I feel like I'm ready. Not academically ready and study-wise ready, but I am ready to get it over with, because it's been an exhausting year. It's just been stressful, and studying is always on the back of my mind when I'm doing anything. It's like if I'm not studying, it's on the back of my mind, and I feel like I'm not doing enough, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go talk about my subjects, and just before I say anything about my subjects, I just want to say we all do different levels and different subjects, and I just want to say, like, I'm not, like I've said in so many videos, I'm not an academic person, and I don't want anybody to be mean about the level choices of my subjects, because I don't mean to sound mean, but you don't know me. You don't know how I found what I found difficult in school, and this goes for anybody. Like, you know, if you judge somebody for doing ordinary level maths or ordinary level English, the reality is you don't know what goes on in their life. You don't know how difficult they're finding stuff. So I just would appreciate if you didn't judge me for my choice of levels. I didn't mean that to come across mean. We all have different abilities and different things, and I just don't want any more negativity, because for me, like, I've already felt guilty enough about the levels that I'm doing, and I've beat myself up about being stupid just because I'm not book smart. And yeah, anyway, so I do 8 subjects. I do English higher level, Irish ordinary level, French ordinary level, maths foundation. I'll talk about that a little bit more. I do biology higher level, history higher level, home ec higher level, and LCVP, which is common level. So I do foundation maths, and that is something I've been really ashamed about, because people take the piss out of people for doing ordinary level maths, let alone doing foundation maths. And maths is something I found very difficult right across the board from a very young age. Literally, since I first set foot in primary school, maths was a massive thing that I just couldn't do. And no matter how hard I try, like, I got grinds and everything, I just can't fathom it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just can't fathom it, and it's been difficult. Like, when I first went down to foundation maths, because I was failing ordinary level maths, I was getting like 40% and 30%, and I just didn't want that pressure on me, like, when I could put that time and energy into other subjects. And I actually have dyslexia in maths, so it makes sense. But I just want to say, like, if you're finding a subject hard, like, don't feel guilty. Like, you have to do what's right for you at the end of the day, and there's going to be different options available, and just do what's right for you, and to try not care what people think. I'm quite lucky to have a nice year. I don't think I got any shit about doing foundation maths or anything like that, or any looks or anything, and I'm really, really happy about that, because I was beating myself up so much about it that I made myself feel stupid. And that's probably one of the hardest thing about being bad at school, is you make yourself feel so stupid. So yeah, I just basically said doing foundation maths has been something I have found hard to deal with, because it's embarrassing and I feel as though I am stupid. So yeah, that's basically what I just said. So yeah, I do foundation maths, and I'm finding that okay. And yeah, English I do higher level. I love English, it's one of my favourite subjects, but I need to brush up a lot on a lot of elements of that. I love English, and it's one of my favourite subjects, like I just said. Also, history, one of my favourite subjects. I have an outstanding history teacher. She is incredible, and she just makes you want to do the best that you can. And because history, as much as I love it, it's a very hard subject, and you have to know your shit, like, you do. And I'm just happy where I'm going with that so far. I'm nervous about the exam. That's probably one of the most nervous things I am. Nervous exam, wow. It's one of the exams I am most nervous about, just because anything can come up. It's kind of like English, anything can come up, and if you're not prepared for it, you're kind of like, ugh. So yeah, and there's that. Irish and French I'm actually feeling okay about. Like I said, I'm doing ordinary level. I actually think I could have done higher level in both of them. Oh well, I am such a doubter. I doubt myself so much. Third year I did higher level French and I got a D. Like, first of all, I didn't have the best teacher. I'm not just going to blame the teacher, it was also me. But I didn't have the best teacher, and I just didn't like the subject that much. And yeah, and then I went into TY. I had an incredible teacher, and I still have her. She's amazing. She just makes you want to do the best that you can. And yeah, and I'm actually really like it, and I think I could have done higher level if I'd worked harder in third year, but oh well. And the same goes for Irish. I think I could have done higher level Irish. Again, I didn't work that hard enough. So yeah, I'm kind of beating myself up for that. But it is what it is. The other subjects, home ec. Home ec is a subject that it's hard. The parts of home ec that I find really hard is the food part. It's so difficult. I know home ec is food, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it is the hardest part. I think I'll be okay, though I'm aiming to get a H3 in that, and I don't know if that's too high, but I hope that I can get that. In biology is the subject I am the most worried about. I actually got 33% in my mocks, which wasn't great, and I studied the most for biology, but it doesn't show in my results. Science and me are just, we don't get on. So I'm going to work my ass off on that, and I hope that I can do the best that I can, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to think, what other subjects have I not mentioned? LCVP. So yeah, LCVP is link modules. Ugh. I kind of regret picking LCVP, but I do and I don't at the same time. It's a lot of work in terms of projects and all of that stuff. The exam is actually the Wednesday I go back, so I'm just happy to get that out of the way, and I can have 2 free classes a week to study to put that effort in other things. It's a nice subject, you know, I actually do like it. I just think when you're so busy in other subjects, it does kind of, LCVP does get pushed back, and I shouldn't be saying that, but that's just the way it is. But I do like it. It's a nice subject. So that was just me talking a bit about my subjects. I am nervous about the Leaving Cert. I just feel like I'm not prepared enough. Oh, I have a cramp in my leg. Ugh. I just feel like I'm not prepared enough, but I know that there's left, and I have to give it my everything, and I'm going to give it my everything. And I know that everything happens in life for a reason, so I'm hoping that it goes okay. My advice to any Leaving Certs watching this, guys, 6 weeks left, or whatever time we have left when you're watching this, and I know it's so much easier said than done, but we can do it. Like, you know, it's been a year of hard and tough work, but we can do it. And I just want to say, everything happens for a reason, and I know, like, you're probably like, shut the fuck up, but I believe it does. And if you don't get what you want, there are so many different alternatives to getting either that course, but it may take longer and all of that. So just believe in yourself, and you're halfway there, and don't give up. You haven't worked so hard all along just to give up now. Keep going. We can do this, guys. We can do it. And I just want to also say that your results, so your best result might be someone else's worst result. Stop comparing yourself to other Leaving Certs. Stop comparing yourself to your family members. Everyone has different circumstances. We all have different circumstances, and people don't understand what's going on in our lives. They don't understand how we're finding a subject, and they don't understand what it's like for some people in school. It's very difficult. I've always envied the people who can go to school and just absorb like a sponge all of the knowledge and then regurgitate it all onto a page, whereas I unfortunately was not that blessed. It takes me a long time to get something in my head, and even then it doesn't come out on the page properly. But I know that I'm not book smart, but I'm smart in other ways. For example, I have different hobbies. Like, I love photography. That's something I'm absolutely crazy about. And I just want to say that, like, we all have different abilities and capabilities and things that we want to do. So don't force yourself to thinking, I have to be a doctor, I have to be this. Do what you want to be, and do what you want to be. Do what you want to do, and don't let anybody try and make you feel worthless because you're not getting straight A's, or worthless because you're not as smart as them or as other family members or all of that. And also, don't be too hard on yourself. Everything happens for a reason. Like I've said, you're probably sick of me hearing that, but everything happens for a reason. And I just have that in my mind, that if it goes well, it goes well, and if you don't get what you want, it will set you on the right track eventually. So just don't put too much pressure on yourself. There's so many other alternatives. We can do this together, class of 2019, a class of whoever is watching this. I'll be making more videos about the Leaving Cert. So when I'm finished the Leaving Cert, I'm actually doing a kind of vlogging on the day type of, not on in the exam obviously, but for my French and Irish oral I vlogged a little bit how I was feeling after it. And for my LCVP I'll be doing the same. I'm just going to post that maybe with my results video, which I don't know if I'm going to say my results, we'll have to see. But the next time I'll probably see you guys is probably after the Leaving Cert. Like, Leaving Cert's so busy, I barely have time to even just chill. But I'm in a good place. I think it'll all be okay, I hope. As long as you know that you've worked as hard as you can, that's all that matters, really. That is all that matters. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe. and let me know how you're feeling about the Leaving Cert. And if you want to follow my social medias, they'll be linked down below, and you can have a chat with me on there as always. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Best of luck, guys. We have this in the bag. And this goes for junior certs too, in case you're watching. You got this. You got this. I survived my junior cert and I did not do that well. So don't worry about it. I'm still alive. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. Bye.